Howdy there, friends. My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode 166 of our post-game exploration of Jade Cocoon 2's bonus content. As promised, I am bringing you guys back after I made the journey through Earth Crystals 1, 2, and 3. We had parted ways previously right at the entrance of the Princess Vine to take us from Island 3 to Island 4. I thought I would just go ahead and hop into this menu without you guys so that I could save, because I'm not sure how this is going to look. I expressed quite a few of my reservations about the team that we have, but we'll see how it goes. As for recaps of things that transpired without your presence, I did have one cutscene with Mint in Earth Crystal number 2, I believe, where she basically was just talking about how she was trying to memorize all of the Sweet Knight's schedules and how she feels like she's kind of operating as a manager, and she wants to do it because she wants to, become that new member that really contributes to the group's success. And Nico made a joke about Mint selling the schedule and that Nico wouldn't do anything bad with it. But of course, Mint thought it was a bad idea and said it was a trade secret. That was, I think, the extent of that conversation. And then I did get into a fight with Choco, which had the potential to be pretty tough. But I gotta tell you, even though I was wary about our team, actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys, just so that I have a visual to accompany what I'm about to share. So when I was fighting Choco, I actually think I fought her on Earth Crystal 1. So I encountered her before I ran into Mint. But she was just sitting in an ogre vine, and it didn't start with anything too special. She just was like, it's Kahu, let's fight. Kahu said, all right, let's go. We fought her, and she had a fucking crazy team. She actually had the whatever it's called, like Rokid or Rokide, something like that does an immediate petrification on one person, and she used it a few times and petrified like 2 of my people, but I do still have those Grace Pearls that have not broken yet, which removes status effects, so that helped me out a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a way to really deal with it, other than just letting someone die in that state and then bringing them back with one of the Resurrect books. But fortunately, Grace Pearls did their job. I was very fortunate to have those. As for the actual strategy, though, to deal with her crap, I gotta tell you guys, having the Samokina, I think is what it's called. Samakilna, I don't know, however you want to say it. Having that, which lowers their defense, and then transitioning immediately to this side and then casting Ragulina, which increases our defense, makes my water side kind of OP, because Yagi Luna as well as Valley Dude deal a lot of damage, and Yagi Luna is an AoE, so it does attack all of the enemies on the line that's facing us. And then Valley Dude or Valu Dude, even though it's a single target spell, it's pretty powerful. I was honestly shocked by how much damage I was doing. So I lost, I think, one person who had been petrified, and I just didn't really care about using the Grace Pearls and risking them breaking. So I did let, I think it was Ciara who died, and I just brought her back with 1 Resurrect book, and it was, we were good to go. I didn't even really use my Fireside that much, which probably should, because they also have the potential to do a lot of damage with just the combined AoE of Solia and Soldote. But anyhow, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that technically this lineup has the potential to be really good if instead of Tishu I had Metatite. I think it would be better. But Tishu makes it to where at least we have a bit of sustain on the water side. Yagi Luna consumes a lot of mana to cast, but with Tishu, it's not an ordeal at all. Like, it pretty much heals up most of the mana that's used to cast Yagi Luna. So anyway, just thought I would share that with you. So after defeating Choco, she talked about how, so glad to fight you. I really want to continue to get better and be the strongest. She said something like, strength is more important than looks, right? And Kahu said, but Choco, you're actually pretty cute. And then she thought I was just flirting with her or offering flattery, and it wasn't sincere. I don't know. It was a little bit of nonsense at that point, and I stopped paying attention. But just thought I would let you guys know that is what went down without you. So my team, yes, you are correct at looking at this and knowing that we've got some people that are struggling. Check and Deidre are both very low, but I'm not going to worry about it. We've got the healing books that I haven't used yet because I've been trying to hold on to them for whatever is awaiting us in this upcoming area. So that's it for a recap. Earth Crystal 4, let's go. Let's pray we find one of those flowers that heals me up. Or a mugwort works too. I'll take it. I will fucking take it. So let me go ahead and plop that on someone. Oh, I did use a citron powder also, but I couldn't tell you for what. I honestly don't remember, you guys. Not that a lot really happened without you, but I did spend a while in that fight with Choco. Not necessarily due to its difficulty, but just everything that had to go down. I don't think I really need this. I guess we will just use it on Sierra, just so it's not taking up a slot in my backpack. So let's keep making our way through. We are in a new area that we haven't yet seen, as I guess you can tell just from the fact that we're trying to populate the map with known paths. And if I can get the initiative on him, yes! So forever it seems like I've been telling you guys this story about my coworker, Bethany, who got kind of set up, I think, to fail and set up to where they could fire her with little ramifications of their sketchy behavior regarding what they wanted to disclose to her about what they were looking for. And yeah, just super weird shit going down that I don't know why directors or people in any sort of leadership or management position would have the time to play these kinds of fucking games. Like, I don't even think that what I do is that mentally consuming, but at the end of the day, like, I don't have time to be nitpicking what other people are doing or paying attention to what's going on. Like, yes, I always keep a watchful eye for something that, you know, might be violating HIPAA compliancy or just might be putting someone in potential danger or discomfort or whatever, something compromising. But I don't know who has the time to just fucking sit there and plan these elaborate schemes. It just seems incredibly immature and honestly unhealthy. Like, what is so bad about your life that you're just waiting for the opportunity to ruin someone's day? I don't know. I ask myself that question all the time. And is that a red version of the green Drac that we have? I think his name is Earth. That's crazy. I don't think I've seen that before. Or have I? I don't know. I really don't think so. That is insane. I wonder if we'll find an egg for that here, or if a beast hunter will eventually give that to us. That would be pretty fantastic, friends. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. But anyhow, so her husband did his thoughts aligned with mine, and he just said, you know what, Bethany, this is not worth it for you. Put in your notice. So she did, and now I feel like there's more sketchiness going on where they're trying to debate, well, even though we had a 30-day plan for her, since she wants to just give us her 30 days of notice, I don't think it's worth it for us to even keep her on that long. And so they're wanting to not let her stay the 30 days, even though I feel like, why wouldn't you, since she's in a very supportive role and she interacts with a lot of families. It just makes sense that she would stay and tie up loose ends, make sure everything that needs to happen happens prior to her departure. Like, this just seems so petty that just because you don't like her and you're salty that she doesn't want to play your stupid fucking game, you just want to call it quits now. I don't know. And yet, technically, when you think about it, there's nothing wrong, I guess, with them saying sayonara, sister, but at the same time, it just hurts more people than it helps, other than someone's fucking bruised ego. So that's that, and I don't know what's gonna happen, and like I said, I'm not involved in a lot of this shit that's going on. I just know because I happen to be friends with her, so it makes you really wonder too, how many other departments have random sketchy shit going on that you don't hear about just because you don't talk to the people in that department, or you don't see these things happen because you're doing your own shit. It just blows my mind, you guys. So that's kind of the first set of crap that's been going on. And then there's another person also in Bethany's department. We'll call her Cheryl. And Cheryl also received this random warning. Hers, I think, was also 30 days, or hers might have been 45 days because she literally just started. She, I think, got hired at the end of November, so she's worked part of November, but all of December and all of January. So basically we're in month number 3 since we're in February, and I just don't understand how do you guys already have problems with her when she's still fucking training, and all of your criticisms of her aren't training related or related to any of the stuff that she's done so far. I think part of it is that Cheryl is friends with Bethany also, and I don't know enough really about that situation. I'm not super close to Cheryl, and so she didn't tell me everything, but from what I saw on both of the warnings that they received, because they were written warnings, obviously, because they had to sign it to acknowledge that, yes, we legally were aware that these are the expectations and that we have 30/45 days to improve or we will be terminated. So I saw both of the forms, and they pretty much copy-pasted 3 of the complaints. So it's almost like, how, though? They're 2 different people, and one is training while the other is more seasoned. Are they really doing identical things that are bad? Because then I think that's a reflection of the leader, the unit leader, that you should be talking to her. Like, why are 2 of like your 3 or 4 teammates fucking this whatever thing up, or these 3 things up? That's a reflection of her possibly not communicating properly. But this unit leader's not in trouble at all, you guys. Like, not at all. Everyone's instead talking about supporting her, and I've heard some bullshit where people are like, yeah, that she's probably gonna take it so hard that she's going to lose 2 of her team, and it's just so bad, because how do you not take that personally? It's like, yeah, she should take it personally. She's a shitty leader. She basically lied to, so even this girl Cheryl, I guess, had done just a training assessment, so she didn't do an actual normal like performance review, but she's been checking in with the unit leader just to make sure, like, am I doing this right? Okay, what do you want me to be working on this next week? Like, what should be my goals for this month? And yeah, everything, I guess, was positive, and yet here you go, just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, we're slapping a fucking administrative warning on you. Like, these people are tripping, you guys. Like, I don't even know how they can sleep at night knowing that they orchestrated something like this, and that it's primarily driven by emotions and the fact that they just don't like these 2 girls, or they don't like one of them and then the other one's good friends with them. So I don't know, maybe there's some real secret reason, like, I don't know, maybe Cheryl took a shit on someone's desk and Bethany showed a dad her tits. Like, obviously these aren't things that happen, but I'm just saying there is always, I guess, a chance that there was something that they discovered that they're just not wanting to disclose to them. But I feel like if you're getting written up for something and possibly terminated, you should know why, like exactly why, and there shouldn't be any secrets behind it. But I don't know, y'all, it's so crazy. So Cheryl also, after hearing Bethany's decision, like the next day, came in as well and opted to put in her resignation, but hers was a little more cranky, and I think for sure, even without the confirmation or me hearing too many rumblings, I think they're going to be firing her on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure whatever day Gigataron or whatever. Interesting. Anyway, I have a feeling that after a couple meetings happen in the next day or 2, I think that come the following Monday or Tuesday, when everything's been signed off on, I think they are going to actually let go of Cheryl and then, I guess, deliberate over if they want to remove Bethany or not, or if they want to let Bethany stay 30 days, or if they want to shorten it to like 15. I don't know. Y'all, I don't fucking know, but I just don't understand. Like, why? Why are we here? Why are we having all these issues? Like, can't y'all just chill? And can't we all just fucking get along? I don't understand why people take things so personally, and it's just such a fucking mess. I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to understand. I just can't wrap my head around the lack of communication, yet how severe punishments are. I guess at the end of the day, I just feel like the punishment doesn't match the crime at all. Or if it does, you're not telling us what the actual crime is, and then how can anyone truly rectify the problem if they don't know what the problem is. Like, that just sounds fucking stupid. And if you're in leadership, you should be communicating with people and letting them know what's going on. I just can't wrap my head around it, you guys. I feel so bad for Bethany and a little bit for Cheryl. I think she needs to calm her tits because apparently she had some words for them. I think very much she's like me. She is a bit older. I think she's like 37. So she's older than Bethany is. So I think that Cheryl herself just realizes that this isn't appropriate for them to be handling things this way, and she's kind of let it get to her, and I think she might have overstepped her boundaries a little bit with regard to how she vocalized her distaste for this procedure or the procedures that they're following in doing this. But I don't know. Like, can you fault her? Like I said, I'm a pretty direct person myself. I don't know if I would have taken such an unprofessional route that she has, but you know, I don't think a lot of fault can be put on her for reacting the way she did, because there's just so much crap, you guys. Like, I don't even know, like I said, how we got to this point. I feel like one day everything was fine and everyone was happy, and then the next day it's like you're giving two people major random warnings and their jobs are on the line. And like, of course, you shouldn't be surprised that they want to just then call it their resignation and they don't want to do this shit for you. Like, I don't know. It just feels super bad, and I don't understand how these kinds of people become leaders in the first place. But I've said it, I think, in here before, and I'll say it again, that I think oftentimes the people that are drawn to positions of leadership are the exact people who really shouldn't be leaders. I found sometimes, yeah, I'll say sometimes, even though I really want to say oftentimes, dishonest. And they're driven by motives that aren't for the sake of the company that they're working for. It's almost always self-serving and just manipulative, and I don't know, I just can't get behind it. So there's actually a girl that everyone in the leadership and administration, they absolutely adore this girl, even though I think she's exactly the type of person that I'm talking about, where she is not necessarily an evil person, and I don't think she wants to hurt anyone, but she definitely thinks about herself first and is very calculative in what she says and how much she says and to whom she says it. So like around me, if it's just me, she'll say some pretty fucked up things that if I ever recorded them, she would definitely lose her job. But I don't, because whatever, like I said before, I don't have time to play these fucking games with people, and I don't care. I will stand up and speak out if something is wrong, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get this person fired as long as she herself is not doing anything unethical or that's in endangerment to another party. But she'll say these kinds of things around me, but then when leadership's around, like, she's a totally different person. It's mind-boggling how someone can have a wholly different personality just depending on who they're surrounded by. You gotta be a really crazy person, I think, to behave that way. It's so odd. And the thing that makes it even stranger is that she's pursuing she's like 24, I think, as well, and she's pursuing her master's in divinity online, so she wants to be a pastor or a minister, but you guys, I guess, it doesn't say much. Like, look at all of the sketchy, what are they called? Is it telepastors? Or, you know what I'm talking about? The people, like, I can't even think of any of their names, but all the people that are on, like, the Trinity broadcast network where they, like, ask for money, and I don't know what they're called. They're not called are they televangelists? That might be actually what they're called, and I'm just not recalling hearing that. But anyway, with all of those televangelists that just beg for money, but then they live in mansions, and obviously they don't care about the people they should be serving, I shouldn't be surprised that a young girl who is and I shouldn't really call her young, I'm not that much older than her, but a girl who is so two-faced and is so crazy and calculative would be wanting to be a pastor. Like, it almost just, I shouldn't even say that, but I see her and I see her behavior and it's just like, what the fuck? Yet administration loves her to death. I literally think they believe that sunshine comes out of her ass. It's pretty intense. So anyway, work is being crazy, but when we come back together in our upcoming episode, we will be ready to explore Earth Crystal number 5. And as you guys have seen, as I've been chit-chatting and bantering with you about the juicy gossip of my workplace, I'm not struggling as much as I thought. I really think that the combination that we've got with Krusty as well as with Sierra, it's working out well, lowering their defense, boosting our attack. I don't know how far that's going to take us, but we haven't had to use a lot of our items yet, so I don't feel as anxious as I did like 2 episodes ago about us continuing to explore like this. So we'll just cross our fingers, hope for the best, and keep on trucking. That's all we really can do. So thanks again for tuning in, friends. My name is Rabbit, and this is our post-game exploration of Jade Cocoon 2's bonus content. I'll see you guys in episode 167.